Hello, my fabulous Aquarians, and welcome to Ruby Rose Tarot. I am thrilled to be reading for you your October 2019 general forecast. It is general, so this may apply to some and not all, because I said it's general. You can use this for your sun, moon, or rising sign. And if you're a subscriber, thank you. And if you're not, you can subscribe down below. If not, no biggie. You don't feel like, I don't really want to. That's cool. I have no hard feelings. But if you want to get more readings into your little inbox on YouTube, go for it. All right, guys. So if you're new to my readings, I usually pick 6 tarot cards for the month and an energy oracle card after doing the astrology. So it's up to you if you want to forward ahead and just listen to tarot, or you just want to listen to the astrology at the beginning. It's entirely up to you, or you want to listen to both. It's for you guys. So whatever works for you, I am doing this for you. So let's get to your reading, shall we? We're going to go over some aspects that are going on in October of 2019 that may astrologically affect everyone, some, all, more than others. It's all good. I am going to put a little list of all the aspects in the notes below, so you can check that out further. I'm just going to kind of hit the highlights of the month because otherwise this could be a whole video in itself. Okay, guys? The big thing you guys should know is that on October 3rd, Pluto is going direct. He has been in retrograde since April, and he's actually been sitting still for 2 months, spinning in orbit, not moving anywhere for 2 months, and he is finally going direct in Capricorn. This is a big deal because it will highlight relationships for this month, and that did quite come up in your guys' reading for some of you. So we'll get into that further. But Pluto is all about relationships. He's all about truth and honesty. He is all about that shadow side of ourselves. And, he rules Scorpio, so it's no quinky dink that Scorpio is, the Halloween happens in the month of Scorpio, in the season of Scorpio. So it is very much about showing these sides of ourselves that we normally don't show. These sides of ourselves we normally don't show. Right? That's why we like to put on masks and be someone who we normally aren't. It's fun. It's good to explore that side of ourselves so that, we're not, we can go play Freddy Krueger, but we don't really feel a need to go kill people. Right? Right, guys. Okay. Also on the 3rd, Mercury is going to enter Scorpio. It'll infuse a lot of creative energy. It also can make you a little truthful in your delivery of truths, or harsh, I think is the word I was actually going for. So make sure that if you're giving someone your honest opinion or your truthful opinion, do it in a constructive way rather than in a harsh, blunt way. So because Mercury is in Scorpio, your tendency is just going to go for the harsh truth, but no. Make sure to check yourself before you wreck yourself, as they say, right? Just go ahead, I'm going to give you the truth, but let me give it to you in a very constructive and helpful way, rather than just like, here, let me throw this on your plate. Make sense? Okay. On the 4th, Mars enters Libra, which is good. Mars is that absolute go-getter, push, drive energy, but because he's going to be in Libra, it'll make him much more strategic. So it'll tamper down his go-gettedness, and he'll definitely think a little more before charging in, which is, in my opinion, a good thing. And then on the 8th, Venus enters Scorpio. So this will really, again, highlight relationships. It'll highlight it. It's also an extremely sensual energy, in my opinion. Venus in Scorpio, and then she gets to deal with her deviant sexual side. I mean, that's just the honest truth about it. You may have some flings around this time, although that may work for some of you other Aquarians. Some of you guys had a different reading that came up, and we'll talk about it. Love was definitely a theme that came up for you guys this month. So Venus is definitely, your relationship could go through a very hot and heavy time right now, but it could also really fizzle out. So we'll talk about that. On the 13th, there's a full moon in Aries, and also the sun is going to sextile Jupiter. This is going to be an amazing full moon. I have a feeling this is just, and I've been doing some other readings and stuff is just switched around mid-month. And I think it's around this full moon. People's energy in readings have just literally switched mid-month. So I think it's this full moon in Aries is really going to shine a light. It's really going to bring some people to some serious epiphanies about patterns and behaviors and stories they're telling themselves that they want to change. Because it's Aries, I have a feeling it's going to be much more initiative energy, that if they've been dragging their feet on something, they're really going to make the move to do it. Because Aries is a cardinal sign and it's a full moon in Libra, which is also a cardinal sign. So I feel like a lot of people are just going to be like, you know what? I don't like that I do that. Yeah, I'm going to change that habit. So I just feel like there's a big change in mid-month for everyone. Then on the 23rd, the sun enters Scorpio, and it is Scorpio season. It is, Pluto does rule Scorpio. So like I said, that shadow side, those, excuse me real quick. Shadow side, you know, Scorpio was also going to deal with relationships, and with Pluto and Capricorn, he's really digging up karmic stuff. And not karmic in, I don't believe in the traditional, I think karma is largely misunderstood, but karma in the terms of what you have, bad lessons you have learned as a kid, or things, you know, if you were a kid and you did stuff in survival mode, you know, you need to stop being in survival mode to get rid of those habits that helped you survive and now get to a thriving mode. So that's the best example I can give you. So it's kind of that thing. It's going, Pluto really digs deep and gets truthful and honest about the things that you need to change in your life in order for you to move to a different chapter. And we are totally moving. We're entering the age of Aquarius, right? We're moving towards a different chapter of enlightenment. I mean, it's no coincidence that all this climate change stuff is happening with Saturn and Pluto in Capricorn, because Capricorn is about karma, you know, and Pluto is digging deep, and Saturn's the taskmaster, and it is all about how we are going to reap what we have sown. You know? So if you think that you can just pollute and use things like they're disposable and have no respect for things, we're getting called to account, right? So it's that energy, if that makes sense. So that's this kind of season. We enter Scorpio season, and Pluto being in Capricorn and Scorpio season, it is going to be about truth and honesty in relationships. Also be aware that we are entering in shadow period of Mercury in retrograde. Merc goes retrograde on the 31st. So if you have any contracts or things, travel you need to do, try and do that at the front end of the month. Obviously life goes on, you know, and you can't stop everything when Mercury's in retrograde, but just double, triple check that fine print, make sure all the signatures are there, make sure you have, you know, read something 2 or 3 times, make someone else read it and double check. Even then some stuff can happen, but just be cognizant of that during Mercury retrograde. On the 28th, there is a new moon in Scorpio that'll be brilliant, but intense, because the sun also is opposite of Uranus. So that will give a little tension to that new moon, but it is going to be a powerful new moon, because this will be 2 new moons in a row. The one that's coming up on the 28th of September will be a new moon in Libra, in the sign of Libra. This will be a new moon in Scorpio, in the sign of Scorpio. So this is, you know, that doesn't happen all the time. And so these are going to be powerful gateways to start putting into effect the things that you want to do. So there's the highlights. And let's get to your reading, because your reading is super interesting. Super interesting. All right, guys, if you're new to this, I pick 6 tarot cards for the month, and usually an energy oracle card to give you an overall view of how the month will go. Here, guys, this was so interesting. So we'll get to that. The energy oracle card that I picked up was amazing. So it's even happening more for you. You guys are feeling super, you know, it's channeling for you. And it was so interesting. I was channeling when I was doing your cards, because I bless the cards and I channel for you guys before I pick them or while I'm picking them. And you guys are in a good place. you honestly are in a good place. There's no really major planets or anything that are giving you a lot of trouble. You're feeling some of the energy of the other things, but you know, I definitely was picking up energy. There's things like, oh, Aquarians are like, I like to pick that. I like to improve that, but it's all good. You know, really, I got this like, yeah, it's good. It's cool. And what was awesome though was the energy oracle card that I picked is the sixth chakra and the archangel Metatron. So you are definitely, you know, you have some archangel energy watching over you guys this month, and amazingly creative energy. So if you feel like there's anything business-wise, I definitely would listen to your intuition. You know, this card is definitely saying your intuition and your clarity is really on point. So just keep doing what you're doing. You know, if you're an Aquarian that's struggling, well then look at why you're struggling. You know, is this something that you're telling yourself and really stuff is good around you? Or are you doing okay because you do have archangel energy on your side this month, guiding and channeling to you and telling you to listen to your instincts about things. Okay? And I did pull an Angel Inspirer card. So if you're one of those Aquarians, gosh, I'm sorry guys, all of a sudden I'm like, got a little, something, truth needs to come up, sorry. So is the situation will improve. That kind of goes to two things, because when some cards came up, you know, my angels and guides were pointing me down to this area of that we're going to talk about your love life. But this could apply to those that are those Aquarians that are like, you know, it's not so good right now. Well, it's fine. It's just a phase. You guys are fine. You have this energy looking out for you. So you're doing all right, okay? Let's get to your astrology. So I picked 6 cards, and 3 of the cards I was being told to group together. And then I actually pulled 3 additional tarot cards from another deck to help give clarity, because I was like, when I was pulling your cards, I'm like, what is going on here? Your cards were just a little all over the place, and then my guides kind of channeled me down to like, no, these 3 cards go together over here, and these 3 are different. I'm like, yes, they are. So let's talk about the good stuff. Guys, money-wise, material possession-wise, it's working for you guys. It is working for you guys. You have the 3 of Pentacles, which I love, because he's just making money. That's what it's like to me. It's like, I'm just making money. Just, you know, it's all good. I'm working hard here. I feel good. I feel good about where I'm going. Then you have the beautiful Nine of Pentacles. You know, her sitting in her garden with all her money and manifestations, right? She's manifesting all this beautiful material things and abundance. And, you know, it's material things don't necessarily, or abundance doesn't necessarily have to mean material things, right? But she's in abundance. Abundance of friends, abundance of living, abundance of life, right? She's got this bird on her finger. That's her powers that she can, you know, like freaking Cinderella. She's just so in the zone, right? In the flow, and she's calling birds to her, right? So it's a magical, you guys are doing really good. Money and materialism wise. And then you even have the Knight of Swords coming in, which I think is this energy with Metatron that you're getting some real fast-moving ideas. You're really contributing to work. You're coming up with some innovative stuff. You know, like I said, you're being guided by Metatron in that respect. So you're really feeling like a contributor at work, and you're getting rewarded at work, which we'll talk about. The problem with that I saw is that your work life is interfering a bit with your love life. So the first card I pulled up was the Lovers. You know, and that was the thing. The cards were coming in, I'm like, well, is this partnership? I'm like, nope, because I was even channeling that before with you guys, love. I'm like, nope, this is definitely love, right? And then I get the Tower card. I'm like, wait, what is, oh my gosh, right? And then the 8 of Cups. I'm like, what? This, like, whoo, right? This is like the May-December romance, but like in a month. So what has gone on? I'm like, you know, you're having this great time, something shifts, and then like you're walking away. And so I pulled some more clarifier cards, and I realized, so for some of you, this is very specific for a few of you. This is not for everyone. My general reading got very specific, which can happen sometimes. Some of you are going to get a job offer that is going to move you away. Right? So here he is. This is the guy. He has the world in his hands, and he's making a choice about which path to take. And it's a path of staying or going. You know? It is a choice that, like, it is a choice that's very interesting. So I'm listening to what they have to say. Okay. It can go either way. It really can. You can, this tower is the job offer. This tower is the promotion. This tower is not a bad thing in the way the tower is always. This is the lightning bolt moment of going, oh my gosh, my career is really moving and I'm going to have to move away for it. You have two choices. It's crazy. There's like, I can't make this choice for you. You have two choices. There's a Two of Cups supporting you in this relationship. For those of you that feel much more like staying, the Two of Cups and the Wheel of Fortune are there for you. This could be the relationship. If you are feeling like this is the one, this is the one, I can't imagine my life without this person, then this energy is saying, stay, or have them come with you, or what can you do? There is the other energy card of this, which is going, you've moved on. If it's not that relationship, if it's not the relationship to stay, if it's, for whatever reason they're telling me it's too new, you know, it's too new. Or it's burning really hot right now and you can't trust your feelings. Do you know what I mean by that? Like, it's really super passionate and it's burning really hot. So you're like, is it the lust and the factor of I'm so really into this person that I can't tell if this is going to be love forever and ever? For those of you that have been together longer and you do know, this is the marriage card, right? This is the marriage card. This is the Wheel of Fortune. This is changing your destiny. So I'm feeling like, and it's interesting because this is not for one person. I have a feeling like this is for a couple Aquarians. And for Boston, I don't know why, someone's moving to Boston. For another, it's literally moving overseas. I mean, that's literally like the things that are coming through. Like Boston I get because I just see like going from literally one side of the country to the other. Like it's not, hi, I'm moving like from Los Angeles to San Diego. It's not that kind of, it's like moving to a different headquarters or home office or something, or a different branch overseas for some of you. So it is for those that are having, oh guys, this is like, this is a hard, not like a hard reading, but it's just, it's deep in the fact that there is a big decision to make. You know, this is not a light decision. This is literally the decision of, this could be have I found the one? Am I risking losing the one? You know, to make this move for my career, which is so, like, this is an amazing opportunity too. It's not like just like a shitty opportunity. It's an amazing opportunity. And it's hard energy. And it's not, what I'm getting is it's not determined. Like this is, you talk about free will. This is the universe telling me like, it's totally free will. You literally have to choose your own adventures here. You know, I think sometimes we think, you know, our fate, like, you know, you look at tarot cards, like that's going to tell you and give you answers to the choice you should make, but no, right? The tarot cards are telling you what is possible. You are still free will. I mean, just even the information that I'm giving to you right now can change your mind on things. You have different knowledge than you had before. You know, and I just pulled 2 more cards. You're still just, it's so career focused. The King of freaking Pentacles on top of the 9 of Pentacles. You're just on fire in your career. On fire. And your promotion or your job opportunity, it's fast moving. You know, with the 8 of Wands, it's or multiple opportunity. It's just, but it's leaving you with a very difficult choice to make in your love life. And I can't tell you what choice that is. I can't. I'm telling you that if you know, you have the 2 of Cups here. I'm just going to tell you what's here. You have the 2 of Cups here. There's marriage. That's partnership. And the Wheel of Fortune. So it's saying it's a good partnership. But I'm also getting in this, and that's, you know, if it's not, you know, if this is that you guys just met last week, and it's super hot and heavy, that no. But if, because I know Aquarians are, you guys are gun shy when it comes to marriage. And I'm not saying that. Like, you guys are some of the most committed people I know, but you're also, I think it's a tethering, like, a tethering to people that sometimes you love being connected to people, but being tethered to someone is very different. And so you need to reconcile that, because, you know, what's telling me is that, you know, you can't have that. This could be, if you've been in this relationship for a long time and this is, you feel it and you're just afraid of a commitment, then you need to make that decision. That is definitely happening this month. And you're being forced to make this decision. This is the Tower card. You're being forced to make this decision about the relationship because your fucking career is so amazing. This is Metatron coming in and helping you guys with your career. Wow. Envious, not envious. I'm totally like happy for you guys. This is amazing. Like, out of all the readings I've done this month so far, your guys is just on fire career-wise. And if those that are sitting there and going, I'm an Aquarian, and it's not on fire, I'm going to tell you 2 things. One, then you need to look at what you're doing, because Metatron is here and you got the angels that will improve. But then go, okay, how can I improve it? Because the energy this month for October is totally on your side, on career side. Okay? So even if you think it's shit, stuff may turn around. You're like, all of a sudden you're like, oh my gosh, I just got that promotion out of the blue. That was totally unexpected. And guys, that happened to me. I had a job out of the blue. They came over. I didn't know this guy in another department was leaving, and they came over to me and they tapped me and go, we want you to apply for that job. I was like, wow, okay. 2 weeks later, I was in a different job. I was like, you know, same company, my own office now, out of the cubicles, right? In my own office, bigger title, bigger paycheck, like 2 weeks. So if you're sitting there and going, woe is me, what is she talking about? It's not happening. You need to shush that kind of thinking and change it, because that's exactly why it's not happening for you, right? Sorry, you're sitting there going, it's not happening. That's what you're focused on, it not happening, rather than going, it's going to happen for me. I am going to be on fire. I'm going to change. I want things to happen in my career. I'm going to start sending out different energy for my career trajectory, right? I'm not going to focus on what I don't have. I'm going to focus on what I am going to have. Feel myself being in a different spot, position, office, whatever, job, I don't care. Because guys, the energy, it's so crazy money and job oriented. I'm blown away. I mean, this is an amazing reading, with the slight exception that a very hard decision, if you are in a relationship, has to be made. Especially for those, it applies to those Aquarians that are having to move to another state or country. You're going to have to make a decision about that. For some of you, this decision is going to be so easy. For some of you, it's not. And that's really what I think what I'm picking up is the agony, you know, the really heartbreak of having to make that decision, because it does hurt. You know, the 8 of Cups is saying it fucking hurts to move away from that. It hurts. to leave that behind. So it's not an easy decision. Like I said, for some it's coming, for those that are like, no, it could have had the potential of being a really an amazing relationship, but it's too new and it's too fresh. And, you know, maybe we'll be back together someday or work or we'll reconnect. But right now I've got to move and I just feel like this is the right move for you. And you gotta stick with that. So, wow, guys. So happy for those that are getting a promotion. Congratulations. And even those that don't think it's going to happen. I don't care. Even if you're an Aquarian sitting there, like it's going to happen, and you need to have a better thought and energy pattern in knowing that it's going to happen. So, all right, my guys. Wow, let me know how it goes. Whew, excited for you. On that note, I am wishing you all so much love, light, peace, prosperity, and abundance. And until next time, namaste.